Hi everyone, Nick here. Today, the Serious Racing League heads east to Singapore for the 15th round of the championship and the Singapore Grand Prix. This is actually one of my favourite tracks. This whole run of tracks around here with Belgium, Italy and Singapore, I just really like it. Big fan of this track. It's a really difficult track, but I just really love the challenge of it. You've got to be absolutely on it for nearly an hour in a 50% race, and you've got no margin for error with all those walls around. As such, this is going to be a challenge, but one that I felt, the way that I was driving recently, I was going to be up to. In practice, I did some crashing. Lots of crashing.
Are you okay? That was a big one.
Okay.
Confirm you're okay, please.
Well, that's just... no. Oh,
Yellow flag.
yes. Spectacular. That's nice. That was not nice.
That looked bad. Are you alright?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What happened? Let me know
Cheers.
you're okay.
Probably a good thing to get out of my system really. Into qualifying, and my first effort was good enough for a provisional pole. Well hey, it was only a 1:37.3 though, so it wasn't going to be on the pace. My second lap was better. At this point I'd been demoted to 4th, so I needed a better lap. So let's have a look at the Marina Bay circuit in Singapore. Turn 1, about 80 metres, down to 4th gear, get it turned in, and then this corner is 3rd gear. You have to go a bit slower than you think you have to go there, so you can get turned and accelerate down here. Brake just when the curb starts on the left there, get it turned in, 4th gear, as early as you can on the throttle, so you can get down this straight. All the way up into 8th gear, and it's just after 100 metres on the right hand side. Turn in, take a bit of a curb on the left, can take a bit on the right as well. Brake there, go down to 2nd, be patient, accelerate, aim for the 50-metre marker, brake, turn in late, throttle on, get down here as quick as possible. 6th gear, you want to brake about 60 metres, you can cut a bit of that on the left hand side, but you have to be careful of hitting the wall. Again, cut that. Here you have to be really careful on the throttle, brake where the sort of end of a bridge happens, turn it in, 2nd gear, get it as much rotated as possible, and then down the sort of straight. 7th gear, brake around 100 metres, try not to lock up, try to get it turned as quickly as possible, and again, just accelerate. Then you go from 6th down to 3rd, try not to cut that corner, the track limits on that corner are quite harsh. Brake here around the black box on the right, down to 3rd, get it turned in, 3rd through here as well, little lift, no brakes, up to 4th, then back down to 3rd, through here, shift up into 4th, floor it, try not to get too much of a wobble, throw it in 6th gear, and then you just floor it across the line. And I've managed to do a 1:36.846. Improved on my previous best, but was still at that point only good enough for 2nd, and ultimately it was only good enough for 3rd. My final run I messed up by cutting that corner, invalidated the lap, but it wasn't going to be anything special anyway, so in the end I had to settle for 3rd. Again, same top 3 as always, it's just crazy, but this time at least I wasn't a few thousandths behind, I was nearly half a second behind. So how would that translate into the race?
I lost my gun. Cool charger, who was top of me there?
It's like a movie space.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, it's getting worse now.
That start was okay. Now stay alert. Threats around you.
Sorry, mate.
No, it wasn't your fault. It's so annoying because it was all from full bar, weird lines.
So at the end of lap 1 I hadn't lost any places, which was good for a change. However, I wasn't really threatening the cars in front of me, and if we fast forward to lap 6 you can see I've probably lost a little bit of touch with the guys in front, but Coulthard behind me is just all over my gearbox. He's on the medium tyres, and the top 3's tyres, who all started on soft tyres, have now started to go off, so we've all decided to pit at exactly the same time. Now, the big question here was, what tyres do you go on to? Some people were favouring the idea of doing a one-stop, going from softs to hards, whereas others, like myself, were favouring a two-stop strategy, so you're going from softs to mediums, and then mediums again. I wasn't sure which was the quickest. Before the race, it suggested that two stops was 7 seconds quicker, but I didn't really want to just trundle around on worn tyres. I thought I'd go for the two-stop and have a slightly more entertaining and fun race. However, on the following lap, something really unexpected happened and kind of threw my strategy into question.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to reduce the pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
So although I managed to overtake a couple of people who pitted, the safety car meant that Tony, who started on softs and went to hards, wasn't going to have to do as many full racing laps on hards, and the people who started on mediums were able to get a free pit stop effectively and go onto the hards. So that kind of hurt me, as I was locked into having to stop again.
Oh, this is so stupid.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Oh, fuck off.
So with the threat of Kev repelled, I was still in 4th place, and I was targeting the cars in front who were one stopping, but I just didn't really seem to have the pace at this stage, and I didn't want to get stuck behind them, and as I knew I had to pit anyway, I decided to pit at the end of lap 18 for another set of medium tyres and to go to the end. My plan here was to basically put a load of really fast laps in, have really fresh tyres compared to everyone else who was running on old hard tyres, and basically make up the places that I'd lost through pitting that way. However, I didn't really bank on dropping right to the back of the field.
Strategy complete.
Actually, it's not too
Tyres through
bad.
to the end now.
About 9 laps.
I can't have behind Frankie. That's not good. Alright.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely fucking.
With Frankie dispatched pretty quickly, next up it was DP.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
All forwards of the track. Stewards, take a look.
The next target was Stefano.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I needed him to beat you.
Later on in that lap, I picked up my third track limits warning, which got me a 3-second time penalty, which was annoying, but Sonny managed to cheer me up again.
End of the race.
Cheers, Sonny.
I gained another place when Jerome pitted, and then Blarg didn't really put up any fight whatsoever, which meant I was up into 5th place. The next target was Kev ahead, and he was just under 10 seconds ahead of me at the start of lap 25. That then became 7.5, that then became 5.7 at the start of lap 27, which became 4 seconds flat the following lap. And then we can now see Kev ahead, it's just 2.4 seconds ahead at the start of lap 29, and come the end of that lap and the start of lap 30, we were in DRS range and we were going to be able to attack.
Oh, that's probably worse now.
That's P4. You're into P4.
Next up the road was Coulthard, and at the start of lap 31 he was 6.7 seconds ahead of me. However, he had 6 seconds more penalties than I had. I didn't realise this at the time though, and I pretty much cruised the last lap. Had I pushed it, I could maybe have snuck a podium on penalties, but in the end I didn't, and had to settle for 4th place. To be honest, I think that was a pretty fair result really. I'm not sure how much of an impact the safety car had, whether that hurt me particularly too much, but to be honest, if you told me that when I came out after my second stop and I'd be last in 11th and then somehow managed to finish 4th because of actually overtaking people, I don't think I'd have believed you. So to have done that, I'm pretty happy with that. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then why not go and do that now? It's always massively appreciated. And let me know in the comments below what you reckon of my strategy. Should I have gone for a 1-stop? Should I have tried to react to the safety car? Was I right to come in when I did for the 2nd stop for the mediums? Let me know what you reckon. But until next time, and the next video, goodbye.